Everyone's top 10 list of Disney movies will differ, and there are a plethora of excellent films to select from now that the media mogul has acquired Star Wars and Marvel. However, I'm only concentrating on movies that gave me a sense of the timeless Disney enchantment. Today we will be looking at top 10 Disney movies of all time. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Number 10. The Emperor's New Groove, 2000. The Emperor's New Groove, one of the funniest Disney films ever, is about an adventure in the Peruvian jungle and has a cast of characters who have already become memes and icons. Young, spoiled, and privileged new Emperor Cusco, David Spade, finds himself unintentionally transformed into a llama and trapped in the jungle as a result of a botched murderous plan. With the aid of a new, sympathetic buddy and subject named Pasha, he embarks on a trip back to his castle, John Goodman. The film features excellent voice work from David Spade, John Goodman, Eartha Kitt, Wendy Malick, and particularly Patrick Warburton as Kronk. It also features gorgeous animation and a script full of jokes. Number 9. Tangled, 2010. Why is Tangled on this list, but Frozen isn't, you may be asking yourself. The answer is straightforward: Tangled outperforms Frozen in the box office. It didn't quite catch on the same way, and I'll grant it doesn't have the same memorable tunes, but it's a far more eccentric film, and that makes it better. Similar to Mulan, the film has a princess who doesn't need someone else to save her. Additionally, the prince who does arrive to save her is basically a robber who, while amusing, is really not all that helpful. The fact that a character in this Disney film recognizes how bizarre it is for a gathering of strangers to break into song at the same time makes it deserving of inclusion on my list in and of itself. It's also the only Disney film I'm aware of that does this. Number 8. Sleeping Beauty, 1959. The story of Sleeping Beauty is not the reason it is included, it is arguably the most beautiful Disney movie ever made. Maleficent, who is arguably the most fearsome character ever made by Disney, as well as the great tableaus, brilliant score, and other factors have earned it a slot. Disney formerly boasted some of the world's top animators, as Sleeping Beauty serves as a reminder. Even the straightforward plot of Sleeping Beauty could become something spectacular in their hands, and as a result, Sleeping Beauty ended up being one of the best films Disney ever made while Walt was still alive. Number 7. Coco, 2017. Coco, a more modern Disney/Pixar project, is a stunning and moving affirmation of life and legacy that will utterly take your breath away. It portrays a rather serious plot that is reminiscent of great Disney tragedies like The Lion King, as well as being a culturally conscious film that incorporates Spanish into its speech. As per usual, this movie has some awesome original songs that are way too catchy for their own good, as well as some fantastic motion capture technology, which was used to animate the movie's standout side character, a Xoloitzcuintli. I know it's a pain to read, but it's a fairly common Mexican street dog, named Dante, who is a constant companion to the movie's main character. Number 6. Hercules, 1997. Hercules was one of my first forays into Greek mythology, but that's not the only reason it's here. This movie is worth seeing only for the music, which includes performers like Michael Bolton and Destiny's Child. It follows the same zero-to-hero plot structure as many of the vintage Disney films on our list, but it grafts that plot onto a tale of Greek heroes, giving it a distinctive feel. Like the majority of the films on this list, the voice cast really makes the movie come to life. Since watching this movie for the first time, I have never been able to see Danny DeVito as anything other than a goat man, and that's okay with me. Number 5. Beauty and the Beast, 1991. If The Little Mermaid started the Disney Renaissance, Beauty and the Beast made it abundantly evident that the studio was back in a big way. The film is supported with amazing melodies from Howard Ashman and Alan Menken, animation that does the source material justice, and tells what, depending on who you ask, is either a quirky love tale or a bad case of Stockholm Syndrome. Disney's adaptation of Beauty and the Beast may seem like a grim one, but the company handles it with levity while still honoring the story's most important elements. Number 4. The Lion King, 1994. Because it is essentially just Hamlet with lions, The Lion King isn't at the top of our list. That clearly makes it somewhat derivative, but it also contributes to its greatness. It features everything a Disney movie fan could ask for, including appealing animal characters, challenging themes, and a terrific score by Elton John and Tim Rice. You can tell it's good since it's one of the best Broadway musicals of all time and has achieved great success. Look no farther than the lifeless live-action remake of The Lion King, which was mostly CGI, for additional evidence of how exceptional the original is. The Lion King 2 and The Lion King 1½ are two above-average sequels that were inspired by the first movie, but the original is still the ideal place to start if you want to fully appreciate this tale's charm. Number 3. Mulan, 1998. Mulan quickly moved up my list of favorite movies when I first saw it as a child. Looking back, it was one of the first occasions when a Disney princess was shown as a strong individual who didn't require protecting. But back when I was a kid, I just thought it was actually entertaining. The soundtrack is excellent, and Eddie Murphy's performance as Mushu is superior to anything he would later do in Shrek. Disney does a great job of portraying improbable heroes who overcome impossible situations, and Mulan is no exception. Mulan, however, stands out from previous stories because she is a wholly original invention. The live-action version of this movie is one of the very few times I've really seen it and enjoyed it. Even so, it falls short of this original rendition. Number 2. Tarzan, 1999. American animated adventure movie Tarzan was released in 1999 and was made by Walt Disney Feature Animation for Walt Disney Pictures. It received positive reviews from critics, who praised its voice performances, music, and animation. With the help of stunning animation and a sublime Phil Collins score, Tarzan brings a timeless tale to life. This movie contains action, talking animals, conflict, and a heartwarming story, all the things that make a wonderful Disney movie. I occasionally still listen to the soundtrack because it was so fantastic. It truly became a phenomenon in and of itself. Since the release of the first movie, the Tarzan franchise has declined, although this doesn't affect its ranking. The first movie has so many memorable quotes and scenes that I still find hilarious years later. Number 1. Aladdin, 1992. Since I was born in the 1990s, Aladdin must be at the top of the list. It is a 1992 American animated musical fantasy comedy movie that Walt Disney Pictures and Walt Disney Feature Animation both produced. Critics gave it favorable reviews. Even if Robin Williams might be the lone factor in this movie's greatness, there are a lot of other factors that have contributed to its success. Aladdin is more than just a gem in the rough because of magic, conflict, and a rags-to-riches main character. You'll struggle to find a song more memorable than Friend Like Me, even if Williams improvises most of it. Howard Ashman and Alan Menken's tunes are among the greatest in the Disney canon. It was a financial triumph, earning more than $504 million at the global box office, making it the highest-grossing movie of 1992. That's a wrap for today's video. What are your thoughts on our list? Let us know in the comments section below. And make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates.